This is Doug Vahrenberg, and welcome back to another set of tips and tricks. And today we're here with our Humminbird SOLIX, and we want to talk a little bit about ease of use. Humminbird has made life easier for me. One of the things they have done is they've listened to anglers, and they've got a new operating system that makes it simpler, easier, faster. Normally you don't get all that thing with electronics, but Humminbird has found a way to do that. And we're going to jump in here and we're going to discuss how to set up some cool features to make it easier for you, but I'm also going to share some of the screens and views that I use to make it easier when I'm on the water, whether it be practice days or competition days, how I like to use my unit or how I like to set up the screens to make it faster, easier, and make me a more efficient angler. Let's jump in here and we'll learn some cool new stuff about our Humminbird SOLIX that's available for you. We're here with the Humminbird SOLIX, and one of the things I'm going to do real quickly just to help make it easier for you to see, I'm going to tune down the backlight because it gets awful bright with the video to see all the data and the details of what we're talking about. One of my favorite things of the new update is the new menu system. Man, this makes life so easy. You can pin it right here to the side and it'll stay right over here if you want to set up your screens and stuff. But one of my number one thing about this menu system is the new favorites. You have 5 preset favorites under one, and you have another 5 under number 2. And I'm just going to go through here and show you how to set them up and how I set up my favorites for tournament situations versus those practice days. My second favorite one of the things that I like is this chart view. The biggest reason I like chart is I can actually zoom this one out and see more of the lake, and then I can zoom in. Like if I was going to run here, I've got a depth highlight here. I probably want to run around that point because I know here that one's got a lot of trees, but I can actually see where I'm going. If I want to go to that waypoint, I can see the bends and how to get there. That's one of the easiest things for me, especially on new lakes that I go to all across the country. Having an outline of the lake and then zoomed in detail. If you want to zoom in, you just tap it and you'll see that gold bar and you can zoom in there. So we're just running in simulator here, but I want to show you the differences of how I like to do it. Actually, my second favorite is this 4-way split. I've got my mapping, my 2D sonar, my side imaging, and my mega down imaging. I am not a big fan of 4-way splits. Why? Because everything's compressed and small. But here's the reason I liked it. This is probably my second favorite one. If I want imaging, 2-finger tap and hold, and I've got a full screen. And if I really want to make it bigger, I can get rid of the sidebar. Man, look at the foundation and fish and the imaging details that Humminbird provides. So what I'm actually going to show you, I want this as number 2. So I just push up here, tap and hold, and it moved it up to there. Now down imaging, that's one of my other favorites, side imaging. I really probably like it third, so I'm going to tap and hold it here. Now to get your other screens, if you hit your home key right here, you go to views. I'm going to put down imaging up next, and we're going to tap and hold it. And now chart, 4-way, side imaging, down imaging, and then I want my 2D sonar down here because I use that sometimes as I'm going into places looking for schools of fish. Hit our home key, views. If I want the dual, I want just full screen 2D sonar, tap that, and then push and hold this. Now I've set up my Fab 5 favorites for tournament day situation. Chart, my 4-way, 1-finger tap and hold, tap, down imaging, and 2D sonar. Got it all right there. 5 quick, easy, simple, fast, efficient way to be more productive when time is the matter of time when you're tournament fishing. Now in practice, I like to have different ones. So we're going to set up my favorite Fab 5 for practice. That's the thing I like is tournament, practice. You can set it up however you want. That's how I like to use my unit. So I'm going to go to home. When I'm practicing, we're going to go over here to views. There's some special ones I like to use. One of them is I like to use the map and chart and side imaging. probably one of my favorite ones, because if I'm looking at ledges or out on these points, I can drive by and I can see the imaging data and I can see the chart where my boat is quickly and easy by looking back and forth here. That's probably one of my highest things. It's my search tool. Next favorite, we'll come back over here to home, to our views. I like to use what I call the over-under. This is down imaging, side imaging. Down imaging on top, side imaging down below. The reason I like that, I get my down view of it, but I also get my side perspective, so I can see that mega awesome imaging both ways. I can see it to the side, I can see it down, so I can see those fish, where those structures are related, and where those fish are, if they're under the boat or if they're out to the side. Come over here to our home screen again. Views. The other thing I like is my three-way. This is my favorite three-way. I got side imaging big and wide, so you can see that huge school of fish there. You can see the bait ball here. You can see the fish and the bait in down imaging. That is my third favorite. Those are my main three things that I'm going to use. This gives me my 2D, my down imaging, my side imaging, all three real close. 2-finger tap and hold, and I've got full screen. It's simple, quick, fast, and efficient. That's what it's about in tournament fishing, is being the most efficient angler you can on the water. So the other views that I use a lot, I like to use the 2D and down imaging and chart. So I'll put it down here. This gives me another perspective. I've got chart and side imaging. I got my chart and if I'm vertical fishing more, if the fish are down, this is great for it, because I got these two here real close. Got my chart over here. I can look back and forth. Need to zoom in real quick, same thing. 2-finger tap and hold, and I'm right there. And these are all going to be up to you. I mean, you don't have to do what I do. One of the other ones that I like to use a lot is, and I use this in running situations too, is the NEMA 2000 gauges with my running. Allows me to watch the performance of my boat. Sometimes on tournament day, I'll actually jump that one on. If I'm running late at the end of the day and I need to look at fuel, if I've been doing a lot of running, I can look at voltage supply, temperatures. I can look at my stuff all right here in front of me. I can see where I'm going. I'm headed in. Got that big sack of fish that I'm getting ready to weigh in. So the 5 fab favorites is one of the most awesome features, where you can set up your tournament mode and you can set up your practice mode. You can use it for different lake situations. You can use it for different times of the year. How you want to operate your boat. Humminbird is allowing you to customize it. But the other cool thing is, I mean, I've got everything right here. This is my waypoint data. This is my navigation data. This is my iPilot link on my trolling motor. I can run it from right back here. I can run my talons right here. Got my motor information, and if you've got the Fusion radio, you got it all right here at your fingertips. This is probably the coolest new addition, is how simple, quick, easy, efficient Humminbird is making me as an angler using my Solix on the water. Get the new update, go out here and play with it, set up your Fab 5 favorites. Some guys like, I mean, there's different things you can do. Some people like the 3-way split and then side imaging, down imaging, and 2D around it, so they can quickly and just bam, 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 if they want to go that way. Or if you want all 4, they're right there at your fingertip. I mean, 2-finger, tap and hold. That's all it takes. I hit the screen by with 1 finger the first time and it freezes the screen. If you tap and hold it, just tap at screen, it's going to stop. You want to mark a waypoint, boom, you're right there. You can hit mark and you're set up there. Wasn't that simple and easy? I mean, even setting up your favorite screens, it takes a little bit of time. Great thing to do in the garage. You can set it up. When you power it down, it saves them. Makes you a more efficient angler. When you get on the water, it doesn't matter if you're a tournament angler or just a weekend angler that gets to enjoy being on the water a few times a month. It's all about efficiency and time management. The more time you can spend catching, the more time you're enjoying your time on the water. And that's where Humminbird helps you with this mega amazing imaging sonar system that they've got, man. You can clearly see every single thing underneath the water right here in front of you. And now with the touch of a finger, you can flip between so many different views quickly, fastly, easily. You got 10 favorites in 2 button clicks and 2 taps. Ding ding. You can tap the change from one Fab 5 to the second Fab 5 and one other button click and you're there. It's simple, quickly, easily. And if you want, you can do some quick things like I used with the 4-way and the 2-finger tap and hold, and bam, you're right there, man. It makes it easy. Jump in here, learn how to get the most out of these units. You'll enjoy your time on the water. The water is starting to recede here at Truman Lake, and I am getting excited. I want to go put the boat in and go out here and enjoy some of this current-oriented fishing. Caught the biggest bass of my life right here in 1995 in the same kind of situations, and I'm hoping to be able to do that here real soon. They're getting the ramps open. I'm getting ready to get back on the water and enjoy my time on the water and get out here and enjoy using my Humminbirds. Thank you for tuning in to another set of tips and tricks. Tune in next time. We're going to get more in depth. We're going to be on the water. We're going to be catching some fish and showing you some cool features, how to make it easier when you're on the water to catch more fish with Humminbird, Lake Master, Minn Kota, and Talon. The One Boat Network, man. If you're not on it yet, you need to get on it because everything has come together, has been together, and it is working together and working for you. Thank you for tuning in. Tune in next time. We're going to have an awesome time this summer catching some big old bass here in Missouri.